speaking of David Bautista,
going
straight into a 007 Spectre.
Oh, very nice. Yeah,
he is in that.
He sure is.
Which surprised me when I was watching the reveal of the cast, or not the reveal, the announcement of the cast.
Yeah, they pulled out all the stops on this announcement.
It was wonderful. I can't wait for that movie to come out because the cast itself is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got Daniel Craig,
of course,
Christoph Waltz. I kind of want to do Christoph Waltz and then Daniel Craig
in that order.
He's just gonna pick up another Oscar at some He's gonna be in the movie for 5 minutes and just pick up another Oscar.
David Bautista, help me out. There's a crazy looking guy who was in another movie that we like.
Well, there's the guy who's M now, or Q, or the guy who took Judy Hench's place.
Yes,
right.
Ralph Fiennes.
Who was
Fiennes?
Ralph Fiennes. Same dude that was in Inglourious Bastards, right? He says the line that I like, that I always say.
No, he's not in.
That's him. That's the dude.
No.
Who's the dude then?
Ralph Fiennes is in Grand Budapest Hotel.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty sure that's the same dude. He's
Voldemort.
He's the British dude in Inglourious Bastards. He goes, "Well, old boy."
No, that's Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, that is Michael.
That's
Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah,
I put his face on that dude's face.
That sounds really, really weird.
Yeah,
putting dudes' faces
Michael
together.
Fassbender.
Yeah, also a fine actor though.
Yeah.
Then we had the two Bond women reveals. I would say one of them's actually 50 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. Who are they? They're pretty high profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look it up.
Sorry, I'll get it up.
Okay.
I'll get it up.
I'll get
it up to those Bond girls.
Wasn't Spectre already a movie, or was it a book?
Right. Spectre was apparently in a bunch of the old movies and was the main bad guy group of bad guys. That was the antithesis of MI6, basically.
Okay.
So apparently back in the day, Spectre stood for Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion, which is a terrible acronym.
Convoluted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like SHIELD. You know? SHIELD's pretty corny of an acronym, too.
You know what it is? It's a backronym. They picked a cool word.
Absolutely.
And then they just picked a bunch of words that would work.
They were probably made around the same time, too, if you think about it.
Yeah, probably.
You know? So, anyway.
That was probably the cool thing to do at that point.
Probably. I mean, hopefully they don't go the route of actually making it that acronym again, because it's kind of stupid sounding.
I hope it's like just some kind of technology or just something they explain away.
Just a terrorist group.
Yeah.
Make them a terrorist group.
Spectre.
Yeah. That's
ISIS.
Spectre's fun.
What does ISIS stand for?
Sounds good.
Islamic State.
Islamic State. Twice, because they want emphasis.
Yes. It's like New York, New York.
It's so nice we name it twice.
Twice.
ISIS.
ISIS.
Yes, keep going.
Anyway, so their leader was Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
Stavro Blofeld.
Right. A very good arch nemesis name. So he was the guy that had the big puffy cat, had the scar on his face.
Right.
The classic 007 bad guy.
I want you to die. 007.
Exactly.
No, Mr. Bond.
Mr. Bond.
I want you to die.
Yes.
Right.
So the guy they made Dr. Evil off of, basically.
Right.
Rumor has it that is who Christoph Waltz will play, because he is German. And could play that role pretty well.
So he fall right into character.
So they also, along with that big press event, said the names of what the characters, who these people are going to be playing. And they didn't say that Christoph Waltz will be him, but people are saying that that's just a cover. They just don't want to unveil that he's Blofeld.
Same with the Cumberbatch to Khan deal.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yep. For Star Trek.
Oops.
But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think they have a really solid cast. They have the same director as the last flick, so
Skyfall.
Yep.
I was reading this article, and you guys might have seen it. I think it was on Polygon. It was a lady wrote an article about how Skyfall took a step backwards as far as respect to women in the film series.
How so? What was her points?
Well, in the first two films, there was very strong women in lead roles. In Casino Royale, there was Vesper, Eva Green.
Oh.
she's a very prominent character in the movie. Very important, very smart, very cunning.
Not only that, but when you think about it, she's the one that made Bond the hard guy that he is.
She's very important to this universe. This universe's Bond.
Right.
And in Quantum of Solace, there's the I forgot her name. I know her real name's Olga something, but I forgot her name in the movie. Yeah. She's very smart, very cunning. So
that means beautiful.
You had those two characters very, very prominent in their roles, and then you had Judi Dench,
of course,
Madam Judi Dench.
Yes.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect. And she was in both movies, and she's been in it since the Brosnan 007, so she's very important.
That's a bad bitch.
And then in Skyfall,
spoiler alert.
Spoilers coming. Judi Dench dies.
Yep.
The black chick in the beginning of the movie, she fucks up the mission. Then she becomes a glorified secretary.
She becomes Moneypenny.
Yeah. Which is a glorified secretary. Moneypenny is just a secretary. That's all Moneypenny is. Just because she has a cool name and we know who she is doesn't mean she's important.
Fantasizes about 007
That's
in VR.
all she does.
That's what she does exactly.
She just, and then I think his love interest gets killed. Like he saves some chick from...
I mean, always, though, in 007
Well,
movies.
yeah, but it's just the fact that in Skyfall, every prominent woman in the movie either died or fucked up pretty badly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
an
ongoing thing,
though. M, is it Q or M? Judi Dench
Q is technology.
Right.
And Judi Dench is M. M dies and then gets replaced by a white dude.
Yeah.
So that was her point. Was basically it was a step back. Those are pretty. I think those are pretty viable points. Not to say that I agree with them,
right?
But I think they're pretty viable points to bring up.
I mean, I get it. That's true. Compared to the last two 007 flicks,
I don't understand.
I think, right, like you're saying, compared to the first two, it's a pretty significant difference as far as how the women are viewed in the movie. But I don't think that it was intentional. I don't think they said, okay, now's the movie where we just remove every important woman in the movie. But it just...
But,
wait. Worked with the film.
When you think about it, though, maybe it was sort of a conscious decision to show that he is the Bond that we've known forever.
Just the misogynist he doesn't give a shit about.
He's finally turned into that Bond that we know. Right. The metamorphosis is over.
He can't care about anybody but himself. You know?
Right. So maybe that was a conscious decision.
Yeah.
You know?
Killing off Judi Dench. I mean, what was the point of that?
Not happy about it.
I saw it coming from a mile away, though. I knew that was what they were going to go for because she is, one of the most lovable characters in that series.
Yeah, and even in Pierce Brosnan's series, like you guys said, she's been that solid foundation. Yeah. She's always been there in every single Bond movie. So yeah, of course, at that point when they're solidifying Bond's isolation from, I guess, caring about women, they're going to kill off Judi Dench.
Right.
Yeah,
the mother figure.
I mean,
the mother figure, which may be what M stands for.
I don't think any of those things.
He did call her mum.
Mum, that's right.
Well, that's just how British people say "ma'am."
It's true.
Shut up.
Okay.
Well, this is America.
You're not cultured, Marco. Shut up.
I don't think any of it was forced, and I don't think any of it was just thrown in there. So it all made sense within Skyfall. So I don't think any of it was. I think it was all necessary. Well, not necessary, but not that it didn't take away from the story. It didn't feel like that it was shoehorned in. Like it just maybe that makes sense within the realm of the series. So.
Yeah. And it didn't seem like a malicious move or anything like they're like, 007 is this misogynist and you should like him.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically what the girl was saying in the article was like they hope that with this new film, they kind of go back to the foundation they were laying with the first two Daniel Craig Bond movies, which is having strong, prominent female roles in the movie. Which I'm not against, but I just don't want them to do things that are...
Monica Bellucci.
Monica Bellucci is a pretty good example of hopefully they use her in a very prominent role because in The Matrix, for instance, which is the only thing that I know her from, she's a pretty strong female character.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a big scene, but she's pretty important as to progressing the plot.
Yeah. Isn't she like a program or something?
Sort of.
I kind of forget.
She's
I'd like to hack that program. I would love.
It's not going to help with the misogynism, David.
I forgot the French dude's name, but she's his wife.
Right.
And in the film, she shows them. She shows them to the keymaster.
Correct.
So she frees the keymaster and helps them get out, which helps them.
Well, she's gorgeous.
Open up the door.
And 50.
She's gorgeous and 50.
To the other realms.
And that's what we were bringing up earlier.
And then they can talk to.
It's very.
The architect.
Shut up, Marco. Shut up.
Ergo.
Vis-a-vis.
Vis-a-vis love. No, she's out. Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman. And she's older than the usual Bond girl.
Yeah. So way to go.
I mean, can you technically even call her a Bond girl?
No, she's a Bond woman.
She's a very mature Bond lady.
Exactly.
Okay. So
I like that. That's good.
You have some goddamn respect.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what do you guys think about the casting? Do you think it seems good so far? Are you excited for the new one?
I think it's better. Well, yeah, I like it. It's good.
Where
I think
are all
it'll
the
be
black
spot
people?
on. Hey, watch your mouth.
You got Moneypenny.
Glorified secretary
she's
who
hot.
fantasizes
She's
about
hot.
Bond.
You don't think she's hot?
Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
That's all that's important. Then Marco, shut up.
See, there's the misogyny again.
Hey,
it's true.
Is it, or are you just being a white knight right now?
I'm not being a white knight.
What do you care about then?
More black people in the movie.
All right, Idris Elba, get in here.
Yeah, where is he at?
Ooh, that'd be good.
I'd love for him to be a villain in the movie.
I would love for him to be Bond and tear a door down.
Just out of anger.
Season 1 Luther.
Yep. Luther, great show.
Did you hear about Luther?
Were they going to bring it to America?
They're going to bring it to America.
Recast everybody?
For what?
It's
so
stupid. Didn't you say
I shared it
English?
I shared it on Facebook. It's in English already. Get over it, Americans.
Right.
Watch the show as it is.
Why?
I want to see it just to see how bad they mess it up.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
What?
They know it's going to be shittier than BBC, so BBC wants them to watch original BBC shit. There's no way. There's no casting.
It's a lot of money to waste, David.
Yeah,
it is a lot of money to waste.
No one
but
is
you're driving a point.
No one is replacing Idris Elba.
No. Yeah, nobody is.
No one.
Nope.
So, and it was just like, I don't know if you heard about the. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. I heard about that.
I tried to get away from it. They tried to remake Spaced.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it was god awful.
Yeah.
Look on YouTube. There's like episodes where it's just like the timing is off.
Yeah.
The comedy is just like, you guys don't get why Spaced was so funny.
And I mean, to their credit, they have I think a commentary on the DVD set, which I own, and they were very upset.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Which I own.
Yeah.
They were apparently really upset with that.
Yeah, because they didn't have any control.
They had no
over
control
it because
over
they,
it.
it
the
was just the studio
had no control
and the studio
over it.
was just like, you know what, we want to give it to a broader audience, so we're gonna, we're not gonna hold on to any of the charm or wit, timing, or anything. We're just gonna say fuck it, because I watched some scenes on YouTube of what they tried to do with it. Wasn't good, man.
No bueno.
Wasn't good. So yeah, this Luther show, I don't get it. I just don't know why they can't just let good things be good things.
It's not gonna be good. But anyway, bringing it back to the casting, Adam, what do you think? Is it better than Suicide Squad?
That's a good question because Suicide Squad just got a giant cast reveal.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, including Will Smith.
We should recognize this as DC's attempt at Guardians.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
But the star power... okay, wait. The star power is pretty on par, I think. Chris Pratt, but then you got Bradley Cooper, Zoe Saldana, Batista, but then you got Vin Diesel.
Voice.
Barely.
I mean, they made a pretty big deal about him saying 3 words.
Yeah.
I mean, he was everywhere. He was promoting the film, and he had 3 words.
4 words.
I am Groot.
Spoiler alert, he says we are Groot eventually.
We are Groot.
What's wrong with you?
He's saying it as a collective.
Yeah, he says I, he says am,
Oh,
and we,
fuck
and Groot.
off. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry you don't appreciate facts, Margot, but
I don't appreciate your bullshit.
Facts.
Anyway, Suicide Squad.
yeah.
I think the biggest thing that everyone's going to be talking about is just them casting another Joker.
Yes.
I think that was pretty significant to me. The fact that they felt that they're gonna cast another Joker.
It
Right.
didn't hit me
that
as
Joel
hard.
Austin, the religious speaker, is the Joker.
That's funny. That's funny. That's not where he came with. He came out of nowhere with that. That was funny.
Improv.
David doesn't appreciate facts either.
Oh, what's his name? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Jared
Isn't it pronounced Leto?
Jay Leno.
I'm pretty sure it's Leto.
J-Rad Leno.
Leto. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
It's Leto.
Leto.
Jared Leto.
From 30 Seconds to Mars fame, as well as
Oscar winner.
oh yeah, Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
That's right. Played a transgender.
Who? I mean, guy's pretty talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of 30 Seconds to Mars, but they got a couple songs that are not bad.
I mean, they're still a rock band.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he's toured the world. He sold like 20 million records with that band, and then he decided, you know what, I want an Oscar
I
now.
need an Oscar now.
So he went and picked that up.
Yeah.
He's in Lord of War with Nicolas Cage.
Such a good movie. Such an underrated, underwatched.
It is a
awesome
good
movie.
Nicolas Cage movie. He really doesn't oversell it too much. He
Nope.
just plays the character the way
A lot
he's
of people
supposed
forget
to.
about that movie.
I know. That's what I'm saying. More people
good
need to go
movie.
out and watch Lord of War.
I think Nicolas Cage has just
Go
become
out,
like
go to your local movie theater. Ask them to play Lord of War.
Don't be stupid. Go to Blockbuster.
Go to Hollywood Video. Rent Lord of
We're
War.
old.
Nicolas Cage has become like the internet just like
Meme?
punching
Punching
bag.
bag, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy's when he's on, he's pretty on, man. People forget. I mean, he won an Oscar.
We're not
Leaving
talking
Las
about Nicolas
Vegas, sir.
Cage.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Nicolas.
I'm just saying,
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
We're not talking about Nicolas
We're talking
Cage.
about
This is a One
we're
Beer
talking about
podcast.
Jared Leto, Tom Hardy, which
Yep.
I still have a man crush on.
In 2 DC movies, apparently, because that's okay.
That's
they
right.
did it with Chris Evans.
That they did.
There you go.
Same, different universe. It's okay.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's
and
supposedly
then-
the leader of the entire squad.
I don't know
too.
how I feel about that.
I mean, I like Will Smith. I mean, who doesn't?
I like
of
Will
course.
Smith
Who
too,
doesn't like
but
Will
is
Smith?
he a DC character? I can't see Will Smith as anybody else other than
Hey man,
Fresh Prince.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Hancock, the first half of that movie is a perfect film. The second half destroys everything they built in the first half, but the first half of that movie is so perfect to me. If they would have stayed with just his story of being a drunk superhero who doesn't know who he is and he's trying to find his way in the universe, I think that movie would have been A++.
But as a sharpshooter,
Why couldn't he play that?
because he's Will Smith.
You know, I feel like this movie's a little under Will Smith. Honestly.
Yes.
Maybe.
I feel like he's
I think that's it. I
too
think that's
good
it. I
for
think
this ensemble
the character does not match the actor.
The
who
star
is
power.
cast. Yeah, the single star power of Will Smith is
Right.
overwhelming
Yeah.
to Deadshot, who is just. How many people know about Deadshot?
I think, honestly, that brings more to it. I think the fact that Will Smith has decided that he's going to bring himself to this level of just being in an ensemble cast as opposed to being because Will Smith his name is just a draw. That's
Yeah.
it. Will Smith can sell 100 million tickets at the box office
Except that-
by himself.
except in After Earth.
No, that movie was still pretty successful.
Yeah, but it's
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Will Smith's
The power of
name
Smith.
can bring in $100 million.
Right.
And
And
the
they know
fact,
that.
The
Unless-
fact that he
unless it's his
decided,
son.
But the thing is, they're not playing up that Will Smith is in this movie. He's just part of the ensemble cast.
This is true.
Which
Well, I mean,
that's,
that's
what
what
I
they're
like about
supposed to
it.
be doing, because it's
That's
not
the way it
just
should be
it's
done.
not a Will
Okay,
Smith
all right,
flick.
but tell that to Bryan Singer and all the people who made X-Men and turned it into Hugh Jackman and the other guys, basically.
Yeah, you're right.
So they can do it, but they're not, which I appreciate. Because, I mean, the rest of them in the film, critically, I think they've all overtaken him. Jared Leto just won an Oscar. Tom Hardy is coming off of The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
And Mad Men is coming out. Mad Max.
Correct.
Mad Max is coming out, so
get it together.
It's not like Tom Hardy. Like, it's not like the other actors need Will Smith to be in the movie. That's why I think
Harley Quinn,
Margot Robbie,
and she's.
I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, as long as she can pull off the accent, I say she's a shoo-in.
Mr. J.
Yeah.
J.
Yeah.
Hope
Sounds
she's
like
working
David
on
can pull off the accent.
I know.
Of course I can, Puddin'.
Gonna have nightmares.
Imagine
David in the Harley Quinn mate.
Wearing the spandex.
Goatee.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Beautiful lady.
Now, like you said, it's DC's attempt at
Guardians.
Mm-hmm. Is it worth it? You know, because in a comic book, seeing all those villains play "quote unquote" good guys is entertaining in a comic book. It's fun to see Venom become an anti-hero and stuff like that.
Right.
But in a film, we so associate these characters with being bad and them being the main villains of
True.
And
Who
movies.
are they fighting? Who are they fighting?
I don't know. And I have never read Suicide Squad.
Did you hear? Sorry, derailing. Did you hear Ryan Reynolds was officially cast?
I did
as
see that.
Deadpool.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, we've all pretty much expected it, but it's not like it's any less exciting to know that they're finally doing a movie. And the guy who has been pining for it, the passion that Ryan Reynolds brings to this project makes me really happy because he's a legitimate fan of the series.
right.
I would be heartbroken if that movie sucked.
I mean, it's starting to get to a point where I don't know if it's ever going to be able to reach the
Because
hype
we watched Blade Trinity, and that was pretty much just him playing Deadpool without him being Deadpool.
Yeah.
Or a good script.
Yeah, without a good script. And that's the lowest point a Deadpool movie could get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blade Trinity. That's it.
Pretty much.
That's how low that movie could get to. So,
Worst case scenario.
yeah. I mean, I'm still excited because, like I said, the fact that he wants to do it so badly and he's been trying to get it off the ground for like 5 years.
Yeah, well, a long time.
He has a lot personally invested in this movie, so I hope it ends up being good.
a lot invested, otherwise known as his career.
Basically.
That too.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of clunkers now that he needs something that's really going to, you know.
What was the last good Ryan Reynolds movie? Was it Just Friends?
There was the one where he was like.
Just Friends.
Yes.
Was he in that?
Yes.
You remember the one that he was? It was like a little indie movie where he was trapped in like a casket underground. The entire movie basically was him trapped underground with a cell phone. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Definitely Maybe is a good movie. Another romantic comedy that you guys didn't watch because you're manly men.
You're goddamn right.
So you missed that.
You aren't.
It's another good movie.
Oh, the Christmas tree's on fire. Just kidding.
Last good movie he was in. Man, that's a good question.
Just Friends.
Dude, I don't think he's in that.
Well, instead of Radio Silence.
Tell us about your day, Adam. Just kidding. Don't, because it's boring.
Okay.
Way to make him feel good.
So, as we were saying, my problem with them doing this movie.
Them doing this movie.
Them doing this movie.
With them doing this movie. Is that these characters are not, as far as in film, I mean, except for the Joker, are not in film established as villains.
Right.
It would be much more impactful if we came out with a couple more, superhero DC movies that, starred these villains.
Well, I don't know.
And then you collect them together and go.
Same thing as Guardians, because Guardians did not have any sort of
the
canon
Guardians,
before it.
But
Guardians
the
Galaxy
entire
came out.
Guardians movie is filled with people who aren't recognized. These are villains that could be in other DC films first and then brought together. If you're trying to establish a DC universe that's on par with the Marvel universe, you don't start off with a Superman movie and then take every prominent villain and put them in a movie.
I mean, the guys at IGN UK brought up a good point and said Marvel could totally do a Loki standalone movie.
Yeah.
And it could work.
Yeah. It would work, because the internet for some reason loves Tom Hiddleston.
Oh my God.
I don't know why they like that dude so much.
Yo, bitches love.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy, I guess, but like Loki's not that fascinating of a character.
He's so cute.
He's
though.
the anti-Thor.
He's
eloquent.
I think only like women, nerd girls, and nerds like Tom Hiddleston.
But yeah, I mean, like, the Guardians weren't established either, but at the same time, they aren't necessarily villains. They never were villains. They're always just kind of like semi-anti-heroes, where a character like the Joker was never seen as a hero.
No.
So, I mean, I feel like these characters in particular, it would have been really cool to see them transform into anti-heroes. It would have made that transition more powerful, in my opinion.
It's going to have to be a long-ass movie to establish their backstories and become anti-heroes and have a resolution. Yeah. It's going to have to be a long-ass movie, or we're going to have to skip a lot.
Yeah.
They're going to have to gloss over a lot of shit.
And my gut tells me that Will Smith signed up for this role because they're going to offer him a main villain role down the line.
To co-star his son and or daughter.
Oh, the nepotism. Can't stand it. I fucking hate his family.
Jesus Christ, Marco.
I mean, I am not the only one who feels that way, so I don't feel bad about saying that.
The internet is unanimous on
that. Jada Pinkett's awesome, but his kids are just the worst.
The exact opposite that they could possibly...
I don't know how Jada Pinkett and Will Smith raised such horrible human beings.
Scientology. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Sorry, Scientologists?
Oh, absolutely.
You serious?
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking idiots.
Any Scientologists that listen to us?
Oh, they're Christians?
I'm sorry.
Fucking idiots.
Oh, they're Islams?
Fucking idiots. They're Islams.
They're Islams?
They're Islams. Anyway.
Islamics? Oh, they believe in no deity. I don't know why I became Irish for that.
Oh,
no deity.
That's
or Jamaican.
That's definitely Jamaican.
It's the same thing.
Yabir Khan.
Yabir Khan, yeah.
This is a train wreck.
Yes. Let's get on. Let's get back to it.
So my point was, I think it would have been better if these villains started in their, as villains before this movie, and then made that transition into this film.
Right.
That would have been better.
Loki being in 3 movies, and then now you do a standalone film, makes perfect sense.
He's established.
Yeah,
he's an established character.
Get who he is, his personality, his motivations.
Right. He even played a bit of an anti-hero in the second Thor movie.
Still haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, well.
It's pretty good.
I know. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Honestly, you know what? It's the only Marvel film that I haven't seen.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that weird that it would be Thor 2?
Watch it.
I'm just gonna illegally download it. Anyway. Right.